Today we celebrate 1 year of RVing full-time. We've had a lot of fun, we met a lot of people, we went to awesome places, but we made a lot of mistakes as well. And in this video, we're gonna cover all our lessons that we learned in the first year of RVing full-time. Tomorrow's travel day, so we have quite a lot of the stuff already ready to go. And also, I'm gonna show the very first lesson that we had for the past couple of months, because now it's summertime, is how to block the sun with this aluminum thingy that Joe put together. It's something that you can just buy on Camping World, or I think anywhere really. And then we put this tape. It doesn't look good, I know, but we put some tapes and then we put in the window, like this one right here. First lesson is because the AC was overworking. That way it takes some of the work of the AC and kind of repel the heat. That has been helping tremendously. It's nice and cool in the RV during the summer times. And also the AC doesn't have to work that hard. For our last day in San Diego, we decided to have a beach day, practice stand-up paddleboard, and try one of the best taco spots in the area. We will be sharing all our lessons learned from this first year of RV traveling full-time. Stay till the very end because the last lesson is a huge bonus that happened on the travel day as we were leaving San Diego. We have been involved in our tires for the past 10-15 minutes and the air pressure is not doing its job. Honestly, I don't understand why every time you go to do any water activity is medical. We found parking super tight, but we made it. We're here at the La Jolla Shores parking lot. It was rough to get in the water, but here we are. This is great. So another huge lesson that we had is planning. Planning preparation prevent poor performance. We all know that. So that's something that we learned honestly in practice on the road. The planning lesson that we had, we're going to separate it in 3 parts. Number 1 is the travel day itself. The whole goal is to make sure that we are planned and prepared as much as possible because we're pulling at home, you know, with our trucks, so we got to be as careful as possible. So that's something that we learned is to plan and prep ahead to the point where now we prep our home on wheels the night before we travel. On top of that, we also plan the whole trip. Usually we plan the trip for like the next 3 to 6 months. We learned very quickly that places get booked up very quickly when it comes to campgrounds. Not only that, but the attractions that you want to do in that specific region or the specific city. That's something that we started doing as well in order to not get so stressed out.
Well, Barbara's at the beach. I'm gonna go walk to get us some breakfast. She said to go to this cheese place, so that's where I'm headed. So we'll see what's up with that. So I got breakfast sandwich, everything bagel, classic, can't go wrong. Sausage, egg, cheese, fire. Barbara got the turkey, avocado, no mustard because she hates mustard. That's her best Sunday sandwich. So thank you, cheese shop.
Yum. We're leaving the beach right now, and as we're stuck in traffic, we're gonna cover our next lesson. We learned early in the RV journey that if we don't have a routine, we're screwed. We figured out that eating at home is the best thing ever. Try to eat at home as much as possible. I think that 80% of our meals are at home, and then 20% we, of course, we eat out. Another thing that's important for us is to work out. So we signed up for Planet Fitness. They do have 2,500 locations across the states. So that helps us to stay grounded in our routine and centered on things that matter to us, which is eating healthy, having a healthy routine, and working out. So things that we do in order to keep the sanity. Generally, we wake up early, we go for a walk, make some chimarrão, and then get the day started work-wise. So going for walks, eating at home and eating healthy, and going to the gym definitely is something that is very important and something that we learned early in the journey that we needed that. And it is tough to keep a routine because obviously every week we're in a new city. We want to explore as much as possible, but we figured that we have to do the basics right so we have like our mind good in order to explore the city that we are in. That's why having a routine is very important for us. Gente, on the way back home, tacos were delicious. Joe has some thoughts about Cali tacos versus Texas tacos. We're gonna go home. We're gonna finish up packing because we started yesterday packing. We're gonna finish it up, and tomorrow there's a big lesson that I want to show you guys, but it's tomorrow because it's travel day. How about your tacos?
So being from Texas, definitely Cali tacos are beating Texas for sure. It's like 2-0. So that's my input.
We made it home. Now the goal is to make sure that we finish up setting up for tomorrow. We only have a few things left because last night we actually organized quite a lot of the RV. Joe cleaned the RV, organized some stuff in the kitchen and in the bathroom so nothing really falls. For the trip, we're gonna be going north of LA, so we already know the route we are taking, and we're excited to make sure that we hit the road early tomorrow morning. The next big lesson has to do with the chocks. We don't remove the chocks until we are already hitched, ready to go. Almost. We had a big scare last week. Accidentally, we hit where the hitch, like the ball, goes on in the frame of the RV, and then it moved the base. It ended up not being in the center anymore because we had to be leveled. Oh, the RV on one side, this whole thing, the RV started moving forward. If we had the chocks, it wouldn't have been this big of a deal, you know. So chocks are gonna be always the last thing that we put in the storage prior to hitting the road. As you can see, we are hooked up, we are ready to go. Now we are able to get the chocks. Another lesson learned that we didn't plan on putting in this video, but we might as well just do it because our air compressor absolutely sucks right now. We have been involved in our tires for the past 10-15 minutes and the air pressure is not doing its job. O que você acha?
Yo, don't just buy things because they're cheap. Invest in some good stuff because this shit sucks.
So the tires are super important. That's why before every time that we hit the road, we check the tires because we have to make sure that they have the proper PSI. Joe likes to put air in the tires 63.5 PSI. Everybody's tires is different. Don't go nuts in the comments over here. This is just our tires. That's a bonus lesson learned. Don't buy things that are cheap, you're gonna get the job done. Get something that will get the job done and pay the price. Finally, oh my god. Yeah, so if you see this, Don't buy. Too cheap. Too cheap doesn't get the job done. It gets the job done, but there are other options out there that are better. Let's hit the road. Come on. So we are just below half tank. We're gonna stop for gas, but before we do, I want to show you guys an app that has been helping us tremendously, and that's the next lesson. This is the Pilot J app, and we downloaded it because it can tell you where we can find Pilot J gas station. Pilot J's are just better for big rigs whenever you have a big rig or big RV. So that's why we prefer to get gas from Pilot J, but sometimes that's not possible, and that's what we found out on this road. We couldn't find Pilot J's. Thoughts on LA traffic, sir?
Horrible. Ridiculous. I think time slows down here in LA enough for the right reasons.
The rocks and the poles just don't make any sense.
I can see some rocks in the middle.
Right there, the green one.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. It's coming around. Yeah, it's coming around.
Perfect.
He's got it. Keep going. Keep going. And then straighten out. There you go.
Hold on, he's coming to. Okay. One thing that we keep getting better and better is the communication. That's our last lesson. We need this, especially on travel days, to back up the RV, and for any day-to-day stuff, RV related, especially about the tanks, about what we see around the RV, anything that we need to do any maintenance, because usually he's the one that does that part. So this is how we finish our 1-year anniversary of RVing full time with all these lessons. I hope you liked this video. If you did, just give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing. It's free and it helps us a long way. Thanks so much.